Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. So I just actually stopped over at a local flea market that I visit quite often, and sometimes I'll find some dino stuff, sometimes not so much, but I actually got pretty lucky today. And although this is absolutely not anything that's going to blow your mind, well, maybe slightly, I did get a few figures here for really cheap that I was super excited about, so I wanted to make a quick video just to show you my scores from the local flea market. Now, each and every figure that I bring in here was 50 cents at this stand, and that's why I'm so excited about it, because they were such great deals. But the first one isn't really anything super amazing or super special. It's a pterosaur that I think potentially is CHEAP May. Definitely looks like a CHEAP May figure to me, and I believe I've seen this one in the past when it comes to CHEAP May, but it's actually super nicely done, like very impressive quality. Of course, it's definitely not your most accurate interpretation, but it's very nice as far as the actual sculpt and fine detail, and again, definitely has that classic sort of CHEAP May look, which is why I'm pretty sure it is CHEAP May. I don't see a branding on it or anything that I'm noticing offhand, but I am pretty sure it's CHEAP May. Then I also got myself one of these little JP dinos. You see these guys quite often, but we've got like a Velociraptor here, and this one's pretty nice. These figures were never my favorites in the Jurassic Park toy line, but they were kind of cool, and I do still collect them, especially when I can get them for 50 cents a piece. And I'm pretty impressed with this one just because, like, it looks untouched. The quality is really nice. It doesn't look like it was played with or anything. And I'm impressed that it's going to stand. A lot of the time those figures have a problem standing. But speaking of those type of figures, I also got a T-Rex that was there. We got a red T-Rex, and he as well is pretty fun. Again, you're definitely not going to find the best Jurassic Park toys when it comes to these smaller minifigures, but I always did enjoy them, the kind of stylized look that they have. And again, it's very nicely done. You can see the JP stamp is still intact and everything on both. The paint doesn't look like it has any chips or nicks or anything taken out of it, so very nice quality for that one as well. Then we've got one that I do already have, which I might have actually some of these others. I'm not even sure if I do. But this one was one that I always liked because it's a Funrise figure, and I do like the Funrise line. I'm pretty sure this was their Protoceratops. It's been a little while since I had actually taken a look at the Funrise figures that I have, but I'm pretty sure that's their Protoceratops. So again, pretty vintage looking version of one, and that's pretty much what the Funrise figures are. They're always very vintage looking, so pretty cool figure to, even if I do have a second of, because I am a massive Protoceratops fan, and I also really quite like the Funrise line. You can see that one does have some paint chips here and there, not terrible, but definitely a little bit as far as that going on. And I also scored this one. I've seen these figures from time to time, and they're obviously, they look like the Jurassic Park 3 figures. This one specifically is the Triceratops, and I've seen quite a few of these figures, and I really don't know much of anything about them. I was always very interested in them, and I didn't really collect the Jurassic Park 3 line at the time that it was coming out, so I don't know as much about these as I probably should, but they, I don't know, I don't think they're official releases or anything, because, you would think that you'd see a JP stamp or something on them. Pretty sure they're just bootlegs, but they look very, very close to the originals, and even have, the battle damage and everything. So I have always wanted to get a hold of some of these. That's my first time to actually get a hold of one, because you can see they're like a fraction of the size of the originals. And now we are at the final two of these figures that I just scored, and these two are pretty exciting, especially for 50 cents a piece. The very first one is a Resource Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I almost thought that the price on this one was a mistake, because when I had gone up, there were actually two Schleich bootlegs of their Tyrannosaurus that were sitting there. They wanted $2 a piece for those, and this guy was sitting right next to it, and they had a 50-cent tag on this one, and I don't know why. I have no idea if they just think maybe because the paint's kind of worn off. You can see running down the tail, and then actually I just knocked everybody over, but just pushed them back. You can see here the paint running along the back is kind of worn off a little, so he's not in the best shape, but still pretty decent shape. And one thing that I know from experience, my son had the Resource figures and everything as well when he was younger. The legs tend to fall off and stuff, and You know, they're not the highest quality toy, but I'm impressed that this one is actually still, you know, in one piece. All the legs and limbs and everything are all connected. The jaw still works. All the articulation works nicely. The wire tail also still, you know, works as good as they ever have. But you know, it's an awesome figure. I really am a big fan of this T-Rex. This is actually my second or third, I think maybe my third of this figure. At one point I was planning on repainting one, but now I'm more of like just collecting them because I love them so much. But again, for 50 cents, I don't know why they marked this one for 50 cents and then, you know, priced 2 T-Rex bootlegs from Schleich at $2, I think it was, a piece. But whatever, I mean, I'll take it regardless. So let's put that one back there. They never were very good at standing. Their legs always crumble. See if I can get all of these guys standing back up, even though the final figure here is a pretty small one. There we go, they're all standing. And then the final figure that I scored, and maybe the most expensive figure of all, is this, because I got another Safari Ltd Scootosaurus figure over there for 50 cents, and that is a fantastic deal if you ask me, and my camera's not focusing. There we go. Fantastic deal if you ask me, because this is a great figure. I am a huge fan of the Scootosaurus from Safari Ltd, and again, I know this is a pretty valuable figure. Definitely fetches a pretty penny if one goes up for sale, so 50 cents absolutely added to my collection. I was very, very excited when I saw this one sitting in the little bin. So again, not the most epic of hauls or anything, but considering I go to the flea market quite often, and I actually go to other flea markets as well, and I don't encounter dinosaur figures as often as I would like, or as often as you might think, I was pretty excited about scoring a whole bunch of really cool stuff for really cheap. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and if you found any cool stuff at flea markets in your area, and also like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.